everybody. Mary here from A Recreated Life, and today is Flylady Baby Step 13. Yeah, Baby Step 13. It's Sunday, Baby Step 13. Excuse me. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you, subscribers. I so appreciate you, and thank you for newbies. I really appreciate you too. I hope that this Flylady cleaning and organizing system has attracted you to my site. It's going really, really well, everybody. We're almost halfway through. Can you guys believe it? I'm just stunned at how quickly this has gone by. Okay, so today on the video before this, on the section of the video before this, you saw I worked on my control journal. Today I'm still working on my addresses, and I put my gardening. I have actually put a gardening section in there. Now she doesn't, maybe she's not a gardener, I don't know, but I do, and I have a gardening journal, and it's in my day timer. And again, guys, I don't like it in my day timer. It's not a place that I want it. It gets beat up, and it's just not a place for it. So I was kind of excited when I thought of the idea, hey, why don't I put my gardening journal in there? So anyway, those are the two things I worked on for my control journal today. And I also, in the kitchen, did my pantry. You could see that cabinet that I was working in. You guys, that is literally my only pantry. That's my pantry from my apartment. So one little tiny cabinet. I did find, and she said make a list. I did find a couple things that I'm out of, and I found some other things I could combine. I really have a lot of spices. I love to cook, you guys. You know from all the videos that I've got. And I do tend to have a lot of spices on hand. And I don't notice it until I actually get doing something like that. So I have them in 3 places in my apartment because really I can't fit them all in one place. So anyway, that's kind of an ongoing thing. I'm never really sure how to organize it. And that cupboard is really kind of difficult to organize. I didn't quite get to all of it, but I did my 15 minutes and that was it. So those are the 2 video sections you saw before this. So today I'm going to go over our flight plan for today. Like I said, it's Sunday, so that's, Grow Your Spirit Day. This is what the Flylady says. If you take care of you, if you don't take care of you, who will? Really good point. It's time to flip your switch to good health by joining us for the Hot Melt Sprint. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. Flylady can help you get a jump start with, okay. Okay, so zone 2, our new week starts today. So this week we're going to be in zone 2, which is the kitchen. That's why I was in my pantry earlier. Kitchen's the heart of our home, she says. Focus on one little part, which is really good because, she says reclaim your kitchen sink. Mine's all set. I don't need to do that. But I concentrated on the pantry today because, boy, and that pantry, I find I could probably straighten it every week. After a week of cooking, it's a mess. So I'm trying to find a good way to organize it, and I haven't done that yet. But that's okay. It's on the way. So here are some things that she says. Let's see. She says do a trash is clutter. She talks about collecting trash. Take a trash bag, go through your kitchen, and just load it with stuff. She calls it the 27 fling trash boogie. She likes to name things, these cutesy little names, and I'm not too keen on that. But, I suppose she has to name it something so you know what she's talking about. But anyway, she says you go around your kitchen and trash is clutter. So go around and pick up all the trash. Put it in the trash bag. When the bag is full, take it outside right away. Put it right in the trash. You don't want to see it. You don't want to think about it. Just get rid of it. Clear out your mail hotspot. Get rid of old magazines, catalogs, and advertisements. That's a good thing. I take care of my mail as soon as I get it. I don't let anything pile up. Clear the clutter off your counters. I only have some tiny little counter, so it's always clean. Clear the clutter off your kitchen table. My kitchen table is my dining room table, and it's in the living room. But I do have a sofa table that I've put in the middle to use as extra surface landing space because I just don't have much counter space. And that does tend to get cluttered, so I made sure that was cleaned off. Let's see. Take a peek in your pantry. That's what I did. Don't pull everything out and start reorganizing. Just take a look and see what you need and start a grocery list. I kind of did pull some things out. I was able to open up, mix together. Like I had 2 things of oatmeal. I had, believe it or not, 2 or 3. I have got more dried potato flakes. I got more of those things than you can shake a stick at. So Anyway, that's what I did. September, this is September, and we're still working on our before bed routine. I'm telling you guys, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Last night, I kind of got called away at the end of the day to help with my granddaughter, and I didn't get back till like 8:30 at night, and I thought, oh no, how am I going to get all my stuff done? But I did. I got it done, and it was exactly 10 o'clock. That's my bedtime. So I did get it all accomplished. It feels really good. Okay. She says that's the most important routine of our day, you guys. So Sunday is your day to renew your spirit. Go to church, go to a movie, a local theater, take a walk in the park, curl up with a good book, take a long hot bubble bath, watch a favorite movie, whatever you guys want to renew your spirit. Like I said, she says it again, you have to love yourself to get your home in order. I totally believe that. No missions for today because it's Sunday. Okay, so that's our today. Now, another email that I got, she's just talking about time. How many times do we all say, I don't have time to do that, I don't have time to do that? Well, you guys, we don't have time not to do it. We really need to help ourselves. We don't have time now. It's October when I'm filming this in September, but it's coming up on my channel in October. Time's a wasting here. Let's get this done in October, get it over and done with, be organized. Okay, so somebody, Flylady's writing this. She calls it her musing. How many times a day do these words come out of our mouth? I don't have time. Just those words and attitude, and the attitude that produces them wastes the time that we have. We all have the same hours in a day. It's how you choose to spend those hours. I'm telling you, if you want to make your place, it's either up to you, either peace or chaos. Okay, and this is another thing she says that I big time notice. Have you ever noticed that the more hurried you are, the more you forget? Oh, can't tell you how many times lately that I will think, I'll be in the kitchen, I'll think of something I need to get in the bedroom, I come to the bedroom to get it. While I'm in the bedroom, oh, I find something that needs to be straightened or something I need to do, I do it and then leave the room without even getting what I went in the room for. So it's back and forth and back and forth. It's ridiculous. Wouldn't it be nice to walk into the bathroom, open up the medicine cabinet, and take a dose of time in a bottle? Wouldn't that great? Let's see. This is not going to seem like work at all because, yeah, see, she's saying that our little routines, that little 15-minute spiffit a day that we do, it doesn't seem like work at all because, you know, it's kind of fun when you're in the process of it. So anyway. If you were to calculate how much time is wasted every day looking for things in your clutter, you would be surprised at how fast the minutes could fill up the bottle. And that's so very true. Anybody who's a hoarder or a collector of things, you know that that's true. You know the items you are constantly searching for: car keys, purse, bills, papers. What about the things you forget because you're in a hurry? Those minutes cost us precious time too. A few simple routines can help you reap those minutes. You won't even realize it. She's so true. Like I said, last night I got home at 8:30 and thought, I'm never going to get all this done. I totally did. We all hate that feeling of running late. It starts when we have trouble getting up. If you have ever noticed that the more hurried you are, the less gets done and you stop thinking. So even more time is wasted because you forgot things and you can't find them. She wants to help us get rid of I'm late and I don't have time habit. And that is a habit. A few minutes in the evening will help you feel calmer in the morning. Very true, you guys. It makes you feel like you're ahead of the game. And that feeling it's empowerment. It feels great. When you're not stressed, you can think and do without the pressure of time. Yeah, that's so true. She's going to write a few prescriptions for, okay. There is no compounding pharmacy in the world that can give you time. Okay, so this is what she says. 1, after dinner, pick out your clothes for tomorrow. The whole outfit. I do that. That's what I do when I do mine. All the way from underwear to socks to everything. Go to bed with your sink clean and shiny every night, and that's fantastic. Put items you will need tomorrow on a launch pad. I do that. I've done that for years. Set your alarm for 15 minutes before the rest of the family. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So she says, get up 15 minutes early before the rest of the family. Think about that, guys. If you're a parent and you've got a husband or a wife and you've got kids, 15 minutes before they get up, that could be time enough for you to splash water on your face, brush your teeth if that's what you do first thing in the morning. You could throw a batch of laundry in the dryer like I do, start your laundry. You can start coffee. There you go. That how much of a savings is that? You're already ahead of the game by the time the rest of the family gets up. For the kids, you could have everything, all their plates and cups and bowls set out for breakfast the night before. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Set your alarm, get into bed at a decent hour and go to sleep. Then in the morning you do these things. So that was I guess that was a nighttime thing. Morning, do these things. Get up when the alarm goes off. No hitting the snooze. Put your alarm across the room. Great suggestion. Make your bed as soon as your feet hit the floor. Go directly to the bathroom. Shower and get dressed to shoes. No excuses. Don't let yourself make excuses. Eat breakfast. Take your medicines and supplements. Help the rest of the family and walk out the door on time. What a great tips, you guys. It's so hard. There's so many people that have so much trouble getting around in the morning. I am not a morning person, but her suggestions super duper help. They really, really, really help. Okay. When you say to yourself, when you hear yourself say, I don't have time, change that to say, I have 2 minutes, and see what you can do in that 2 minutes. Set your timer. Your perfectionism is the reason you say those words. She can't say it enough, and neither can I. I am such in agreement with that. You really, you really mean I don't have time to do it right now. So what you really mean is I don't have time to do it right now. You do have time to do something. Anything is better than nothing. She's totally right. Like I did that pantry. I didn't have time in 15 minutes to do the whole thing. So I did a portion of it. Now, the next time I do it, I can get back in there and there's a little shelf way in the back. There's a small, narrow one. I can go look through that and take care of that. And then, that won't take 15 minutes. So then I can start on something else, So just do something. It will help. Anything helps. So she also goes on to say, September's habit number 8 is dragging your inner child. Somebody writes in and says to her, this has been one of the hardest things for me to do. The swish and swipe came easy. Shining my sink is a no-brainer. The morning routine was easy. She goes, screech, hear the brakes being put on. Before bed routines not happening. So she had trouble with that. So she's writing in to get suggestions on it. Okay. I have been having trouble sleeping for the last few years, and getting up in the morning is not my favorite. But once I'm up, I get going. Well, this time around, I said I'm going to do the before bed routine, even if I have to drag my inner child by the ear, screaming and kicking all the way to do it. I love that. The first thing I needed to figure out was, what was my bedtime routine? Great idea. And at what point did I start it? That's the key for me. When do you start it? My suggestion, Flylady's suggestion, as soon as you're done dinner. Let's see. Well, for me, it started with shining my sink after dinner. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Then I would go upstairs, do her laundry, spend an hour on the phone, paying bills, house blessing, and so forth, depending on what day of the week routine I was on. Then 15 minutes of movement. Put the laundry away, get water. Get water for me, the cats, and the bird. Then take a shower, swish and swipe, check my calendar for the next day. And the hardest part of the before bed routine is getting my clothes set up. Meditate, read an inspirational book, and a scheduled time for sleep no later than 10. That's what I just said. My new bedtime is 10. It used to be 9, but it's 10 now. Well, after 2 weeks complaining all the way, I realized I was actually in a quiet, peaceful state of mind instead of all the thoughts that would normally be swirling in my head of how I didn't do this or that, and tomorrow I need to do blah, blah, blah. I have to get up early to do it. I realized with all my routines finally in place, and even my routines at work, that this last piece was really the only piece of the puzzle that was keeping me from getting a good night's rest, and waking up refreshed in the morning. Isn't that something how she figured that out? I am not perfect yet, but I know I'm on my way. So isn't that great, you guys? Yeah, so this fits right in with our habit of the month for September, doing your bedtime routine. It's so important, you guys. Why not feel ahead of the game before you even get out of bed, right? I mean, as soon as you get out of bed. Okay. Now, she mentioned earlier, and I told you I wanted to get into this a little bit, she talks about the hot melt sprint. Now, The Flylady kind of works in conjunction with, or she's a partner in crime. I don't know how you call it. There's some type of partnership there with a nutritionist by the name of Leanne Eli. Now, they've both written books. I'm not promoting their books or anything like that. I haven't read them, and I'm not promoting them. But anyway, this hot melt sprint is about nutrition and exercise and all that. So I want you guys to listen to what she's doing. This is something I am not started yet, but it might be something I want to do a little later on. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to do this with me together, and we'll do it. So, Flylady writes and says, there comes a point in everyone's life when suddenly things that never made sense before now make sense. Profoundly so, so much so, that it's like you flipped a light switch. Where there was darkness, now there's light. If, suddenly made sense. Okay. Now the Flylady apparently had some type of salt addiction apparently, and she realized one day like that, like a light switch went off. She realized suddenly she had an salt addiction, and all of a sudden it made sense that she was eating too much salt, so she just quit it. She quit it cold turkey, just like that, no more salt. That's pretty drastic. I like my salt. She flipped the switch because the salt no longer made sense. It was hurting her, causing her joints to swell and making her uncomfortable. Makes your blood pressure go up too, unless you do sea salt. Make sure you do sea salt if you're going to use any at all. Anyway, off topic here. There's more to it than that. I'm probably not doing her story justice, but it's clear and important message here. We all have switches, and we all have the opportunity to flip them, just like Flylady did. The truth of the matter is 80% of, I don't know if this is true, but I didn't do any research on it, but she quotes here, 80% of all chronic disease is preventable. I completely agree with that, and it's usually our diets that do us in. God willing, a lot of it is reversible with the right lifestyle changes. And our body clutter is a symptom of lifestyle dysregulation, if you will. We are sitting on our bad choices, and if we're not careful, they can catch up with us and start ruining our health. That's why she put together this thing called this hot melt sprint. This is what it is. It's a 7-day plan to clear the decks of inflammation, and will give you an opportunity to reset, whether you want to lose weight, get off a plateau, or simply rid yourself of inflammation and clean up your diet. 7 days, you guys. I'm thinking, geez, I'm not really good at dieting and I can't stand it, but 7 days, that might be doable. So that might be something. I really like these kind of challenges that are like time-limited challenges. I like those. Anyway, we all need a do-over. We all need help and encouragement in a community of people who have our backs. See, that's what I'm saying. If we want to do this together, we can do it anytime, I believe. I'm not really sure on that, so don't quote me. This is how our houses get decluttered, and our backsides do too. The Hot Melt Sprint is free, no charge whatsoever. You get the plan with all the recipes and an invitation to our Hot Melt Sprint group on Facebook as well. Maybe it isn't something you can do anytime, I'm not sure. Every day next week, I will be teaching you something about your body on a Facebook Live chat. I have not connected with her on Facebook Live. I just kind of go by the website. And the reason for this is because when you understand how it works, you will be less likely to intentionally gum up the system. In other words, I'll show you how to encourage what you want and how to unplug what you don't want when it comes to making food choices, and why it's so important. So anyway, you guys, this might be fun. It could be something that would be great to do in like November before the holidays start. Why not? You know what? We're cleaning our houses. Why not clean up our bodies? And it's only 7 days. It's doable. Make us feel a little bit better before the holidays. It sounds kind of interesting. I'm really interested in doing this. Please, whoever is watching, comment below and let me know if this is something you'd like to do together with me. Sounds like fun. Okay, so here's a testimonial. No time for crisis cleaning, this lady says. I love her testimonials. They seem to be some of my favorite parts. So someone writes in and says, a friend told me about your site and I was overwhelmed at first. I told you, her website it's so well loaded with information. It's really overwhelming. My suggestion for her website, I'm getting off topic here, but I want to say it before I forget. My suggestion for her website is flylady.net. Go up in the upper right hand corner, go to sitemap, and then just kind of scroll down through. That's been my lifesaver. So anyway, I was overwhelmed at first. When my kids/teenagers were home, we were on the go all the time, and frankly, I was tired and overwhelmed. Because of that anxiety, I did only what was necessary to get by, basically putting out fires. That's a terrible way to live. So of course, when company was coming, it was crisis cleaning and dash to stash. When her daughter left for college, that left more free time to try to get something going. She says the routines helped her get organized and cleared out. Her daughter was home from college, and her friend, her daughter's friend, came over and was amazed at how great the house looked. Isn't that great? We even had relatives from out of town, and due to previous commitments, there was no time for quote-unquote crisis cleaning. For the first time ever, this woman was not worried because she had been sticking to her routines and knew the house looked presentable. There you go, you guys. That right there is what we are going for. That's our goal. And before the holidays, everybody has company at holiday time. Why not make it presentable all the time? It would be so relaxing. Okay. I also had the mindset that life is too short to let a little clutter get in my way of having people over. Yeah. Am I at my goal? No. Am I on my way? Yes. It's a journey, and I am not where I used to be. That's what we all can look at, you guys. We're not where we used to be. It's not perfect, but who wants perfect? Nobody's house is perfect. Not even Ann Landers. Not even Martha Stewart. Maybe Martha Stewart because she hires teams. But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This was fun. I'm really, really enjoying this. I'm finding out so many things about myself. Let me know what you guys are going through. I so want to hear from you guys. So again, thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. Please like and share. Don't forget to hit the notification button. Stick with me. Stick with it, guys. We're going to get there. We're going to get all of our stuff done. We're almost halfway there. Believe it or not, we've accomplished a lot. So anyway, you guys, I hope you're liking it as much as I am, and I will see you tomorrow for day 14, I believe it is. All right, guys. Bye.